Hi everyone, I'm Karen Ahmed. I love to make elaborate recipes on the weekends, but come midweek, I'm out of prepared meals and so tempted to order takeout. Stop. Using a few shortcuts, strategies, and a mad dash to the store for fresh and even store-bought products, you will get a tasty plate of home-cooked food on the table for your family in under an hour. This needs to be fast and fresh. Welcome to Cravings Food Adventures, easy weeknight meals. Shrimp and asparagus are one of my favorite things to put together. On my way home from work, I stopped at the grocery store and they had the most delicate looking asparagus. I really wanted to get this right away, pair it together with some shrimp that I have in my freezer and quinoa. I'm gonna cook this together with some garlic and paprika. Now this recipe is really simple to make. You can eat it hot or cold, and leftovers make a wonderful lunch. Now before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every week, so make sure that you're subscribed so you're the first to see it. Hit the bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Now, let's get started. Let's start with the shrimp. I always have a bag of shrimp in the freezer, and it doesn't really take a long time to defrost them in some warm water. Not sure what that stray onion peel is doing there. I also have some quinoa, asparagus, an onion, some minced garlic, parsley, a red chili, some paprika, and vegetable broth. I'm going to start with preparing the asparagus. Although this is very tender, the bottoms of the stalks are always woody and not the best thing to eat. This is how you easily snap an asparagus. Just twist it around and it's going to naturally snap where the woody part is. You can either discard those woody bits or you can throw them into a stock pot and add some flavor to your regular stock. In a saute pan, I'm going to add some olive oil and let me just heat this up before I add 1 cup of diced onion, and I'm just going to allow this onion to sweat. Now let's scrape all of that onion into there, and this is going to take a few minutes. Make some room in the pan and add the asparagus. Now this is why I like to use a large saute pan. There's plenty of room to cook everything together, especially when you're making an easy weeknight meal and you're in a rush. I'm just looking for a little bit of caramelization on the asparagus. Let me just straighten it out. I want to make sure that every one of these asparagus stalks has contact with the heat of the pan. Now it looks like this could use a little bit more oil, so I'm just going to add a little bit more olive oil. And then let's give this a stir so we have the asparagus cooking on all sides. Next, I'm going to add my shrimp. This is roughly 500 grams and it's a little over 1 pound. Now you can use as little or as much shrimp as you like in this recipe. I'm going to add my garlic and I'm just going to mix that in as well. The shrimp is starting to turn pink and I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. I'm also going to add 1 sliced red chili. Now this is going to give me a little bit of heat, but it's also going to give me some beautiful flashes of red color. Now for the flavoring, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. This is really going to enhance the flavor of the shrimp. Mix everything really well together. Now because I don't want to overcook the shrimp, there's nothing worse than rubbery shrimp. I'm just going to take everything out, and in the same pan, and I love one pot dishes, I'm going to add a little bit more oil and I'm going to saute 1 cup of quinoa. Now this is just going to enhance that natural nutty flavor of quinoa. The quinoa is going to scrape all of that flavor that's left over into the pan. Next, I'm going to add 2 cups of veggie stock. I'm going to cover it and allow it to cool. According to the package instructions, it says that you need to cook this for about 18 minutes, but I found from making the same brand of quinoa before that I like to cook it for a little bit longer. I like to see those little quinoa tails. I'm not even sure if this is a thing, but this is what I call it, quinoa tails. I like to see it get really, really nice and fluffy. Now, 2 cups of stock is ideal, but if you feel that your stock is drying up, feel free to add more stock. Now, depending on the kind of stock you're using, if you're using store-bought stock, it likely has salt in it already and you won't need to add any more salt, but add more salt if required, especially if you're using a homemade stock. Once my quinoa is ready, you can see that it's absorbed all the water. It's time to add the cooked shrimp and asparagus back in. I'm just going to fold everything together, and this is ready to eat. Thank you so much for joining me in Cravings Food Adventures. I really hope you enjoyed this very simple recipe for shrimp and asparagus quinoa. I love this recipe. I can eat it for dinner, lunch, breakfast, anytime. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I upload new videos every week, so make sure that you're subscribed so you're the first to see it. Share it with your family and friends. I'm really hoping to hit the 20,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year, and I really hope that you can help me get there. Also, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also, follow me on all my social channels. I upload a lot of behind-the-scenes footage to my channels like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and even Snapchat. Until I see you next time, take care, guys. Happy eating. Bye.